Hey guys, so here we have another one of my winter designs. So this one is done using gel polish. So if you're working on natural nails, do all your normal natural nail work prep, and if you're working on acrylics or hard gel base, just buff the surface and away you go. So I'm starting off with a Megamix Snow Idea, which is a white gel polish with a tacky layer. And I'm just doing one layer of this. Doesn't need to be perfect, I just want a very rough base. And then I'm going to cure this in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. And then when that comes out the lamp, I'm going to use my Theglitterfairy Pigment Brushes at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to stipple in, first of all, the pigment in Icicle, which is from the new winter collection. And then I'm going to come in with silver one, which is Moonbeam. So I'm going to put that at the top, just in that corner. Now see if you can notice my obvious mistake. I did not brush off the silver, picked up some more blue, put it on the nail, but all I got was silver. So, right, we're going to pause the film, and I'm going to give that that pigment brush a really good brush out on the side, and then I'm going to put in some more blue. So we've got an actual fade from blue to silver. And then fading up. So there you go, I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to use my Megamix, and I'm just going to float a layer of that on. So I want to be very careful that I'm not kind of scratching and pulling at that pigment. I'm just going to float over a nice layer. And then I'm going to use my CJP dotting tool. I'm going to tap it into that layer just to get a bit of sticky on there, and I'm going to use it to pick up some of these guiding stars in Silver Shine. These are beautiful 4-point stars, which actually look like the sparkles on my logos, I've just noticed. And I'm just going to use that dotting tool to pick up various sizes. There's 3 different sizes, and just place them starting in the corner, kind of blending down the nail. Sorry I wasn't perfectly in shot. Sometimes the weight of my camera means that as I'm working it slowly pulls the tripod, kind of moves slightly as I'm working, so I have to keep repositioning, and I didn't realise that the camera had slowly moved. So I pop that into the uncured layer, and then I'm going to cure that in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. Now while that's curing, I'm going to get some of my leaf, and this is in silver, and I'm just going to tear little bits off. And yes, if I didn't have such long nails, this would be ever so slightly easier. So I've just torn off various little bits of that leaf, and then once this has cured, I'm going to use my dotting tool to pick up those bits of leaf and place on the nail where I want them. So this is in the cured, on that tacky layer of the Megamix, just placing them randomly around the nail. Now you can use like a silicone tool if that's easier, or use a clean brush to pick it up, that's fine too. And then when I've got all the bits where I want them, I'm just going to use my finger just to pat that nice and flat. The silver leaf, gold leaf and copper leaf, they're so easy to work with, because when you pat them in, and again you can use like a silicone tool if you prefer, once you patted them in, they're so flat, there's no bulk, nothing's added. And then I cure that for 10 seconds. And I had someone ask this the other day with my glitter videos, that surely once it's cured, if you pat something in and cure it again, it won't make a difference. It does though, because if I tried to put Megamix, which I'm just floating over the top, if I tried to put Megamix over those before curing them for 10 seconds, they'd have moved, whereas curing it just sets it in place. Then I'm going to hold, so if this was working on a client, you just hold their hand upside down, 5, 10, 15 seconds, just to give that Megamix, just let it kind of self-level, and then as you can see, those stars are nicely encapsulated. Cured that for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to top coat with Amaze Glaze, which is the Megamix top coat, because Megamix is not a top coat. And then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds in my LED lamp. And then when that's all cured and cooled down, I'm going to remove the tacky layer with some NSI Cleanse. And then I'm going to use the Winter Crystal mix and a little bit of CJP gripper glue. So I place a tiny little bit of glue on the nail and then using my wax crayon just to pick up. Got various shades of blue and turquoise in here, so I'm just picking them up and placing them on that nail. So again, little beads of glue, don't need too much. And there you go, so that's that design finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Any questions, comments or requests, just pop them below. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!